Good day, everyone, and welcome you to Captain Fish Updates by Oride Ayokunle. I am also the facilitator of BSF Bootcamp by Captain Fish. So today we'll be learning practical methods on how to properly feed and care for black soldier fly larvae. I want you to know that feeding and caring will determine how productive and healthy your BSF farm will be. So for those that are new to this video or that are new to BSF farming, I'll be giving you a brief introduction to BSF larvae. So BSF larvae are natural bioconverters. They turn waste, that is organic waste, into valuable protein and organic fertilizer. So instead of letting your waste pile up on the farm, your PSF larva will transform it into a resource that you can use for your poultry, fish, and pig feed. So, good feeding and care practices of your BSF larva will directly impact the quality of the larva you produce. So from here, we'll be moving to feeding techniques. So what BSF larva eats is usually referred to as a substrate. So, and they have a wide range of food. For example, they have the fruit scrap, the vegetable peelings, the kitchen waste, the manure, and agro byproducts. These are cheap and readily available, and it makes BSF farming sustainable. So, what do you avoid? You should avoid oily and salty foods that can harm your BSF larva and slow growth. You should also avoid plastics or chemicals that are dangerous because BSF larva can't process them and they will contaminate your final product. You should also avoid large amounts of meat or fish scraps, which creates foul odors and attracts unwanted pests. For example, if you feed your larva with cassava peels, they will grow fast. But if you throw in peppery or oily foods, you will slow down the colony. Here, we'll be moving to feeding management. Now, how do you feed your BSF larva efficiently? The first thing you do is to make sure you chop your substrate or your waste into small pieces. By chopping into small pieces, you increase the surface area and make digestion faster. Another idea is to also ferment your substrate. If your substrate, for example, if it is PKC or burial waste, it is also a good idea to ferment it so that makes it easily digestible for BSF larva. Moisture is critical. Substrate should be damp like a squeezed sponge. If it is too dry, your larva will shrink. If it is too wet, it causes drowning and foul smell. Then you should feed in thin layers instead of big piles. Thick piles will generate heat that can kill your larva. You should also ensure that you monitor your substrate daily. You monitor your substrate and your larva daily so that you do not underfeed or overfeed your larva. Now, you should also know that young larva will eat less, so they will need softer waste. Here in Nigeria, there's what we call ogi. It's cornmeal. So, like the byproduct of this cornmeal, this chaff is a softer waste product that can be used to feed young BSF larvae. And you can also use our berry waste to feed young BSF larvae. So as the larvae grow, they consume more, sometimes doubling their intake. So how do you know that the larvae are not comfortable in the substrate? This is a tip. If the larva is trying to crawl out of your substrate, like after adding your substrate to your bioponds, the bioponds is like a container where the larva will grow from the neonates to prepupate. So if the larva is trying to crawl out, it is often a sign of poor feeding, overeating, or wrong moisture balance. Then from here, we will move to care and environmental needs. So we'll be focusing on the conditions, the requirements needed for PSFL to grow optimally. um First one is the temperature. The ideal temperature is 27 to 30 degrees Celsius. If it is too hot, it kills the larva. If it is too cold, it slows the growth. The moisture too has to be perfect. So 60 to 70% moisture is very perfect. So when you squeeze your substrate, only a few drops will come out. So how do you know that your substrate is perfect? when you put your substrate in your hand, take for example, you're putting your brewery waste or the cornmeal chaff in your hand, and after you've added some water to it, you squeeze it out. So when you squeeze it out and you have like few drops of water, it is perfect. Then you also make sure that you aerate your substrate, especially when you have your lava in, because stagnant waste will cause ammonia buildup. So proper ventilation is very important to keep your lava healthy, and it reduces smell. So how do you aerate? You can either wear your gloves and use it to move your fingers. You spread your fingers and you move it within the substrate. Or better still, if you don't want to touch it, you can look for a plastic brush, the plastic white brush that you can put inside, just to, you know, mix the substrate, make sure that it has contact with air. So the next thing is to protect your BSF farm. Make sure that anywhere you're putting your lava, anywhere your bowl point to be, make sure that it is free from pests, from lizards, from rodents. And take it from me when I tell you that rats and rodents really love to eat your BSF. So if you want to keep your BSF clean and safe from pest and disease, you should endeavor to protect your BSF farm. Then last but not the least, hygiene. You need to be very clean when you are dealing with your BSF. You cannot imagine and say, oh, because BSF is lava and lava is usually dirty, so I need to be dirty. No, make sure that all the tools and the places that the BSF lava will be and what you will use to feed them are always kept clean, so that it will avoid disease and unwanted pests. So from here, we'll be moving to harvest and final care. So how do you know that your lava is ready? Number one, they will turn from creamy white to dark brown or black, and movement slow down. This is called the pre-pupate stage. Then when you want to harvest, you make sure that you use your sieve. There are different type of sieves. There are plastic sieves, there are metal sieves. So, or you adopt the self-harvesting method that allow the people pay to crawl out into a collection box. Then you take care of your harvest by washing, drying, and processing if you like. But if you also like, you can also feed your lava directly. But always make sure that you wash and dry your lava before feeding. And dry your lava, I would advise that if you don't know how to properly use an oven, you can either sun dry your lava for 2 to 3 days, or you use a dehydrating oven. Then I just want to end up with this words of encouragement. If you follow these above techniques, you will not only reduce waste but also create a sustainable income source. And why am I saying this? Because BSF lava has two major income source. The first one is lava. The second one is the frass, which is a rich organic fertilizer used as soil amendments, and also used and also valued as an organic fertilizer. So with this, we've come to the end of this session. If you've enjoyed this, can you give me a thumbs up and follow me on YouTube? And if you want to know more, you need expert guidance on what to do, or you need a community of like-minded BSF enthusiasts, then you can join me on my WhatsApp link. On my WhatsApp group, I'll be dropping the link right here on this YouTube page just below this video. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has watched this video, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll be talking about harvesting processes of the BSF lava. Thank you so much.